Hi, I'm Max Sweeting. I lead a 50-person brokerage here in Nassau, Bahamas, and today, in this video, I will show you not theoretically, but practically, step by step, showing you my computer, showing you my phone, have you listening to calls on exactly what you need to do more business than you did before Corona. You'll be doing much more business after Corona if you take these steps. Number 1, call your clients. Number 2, review or create website. Number 3, update social. Number 4, industry mediation. I'll explain that later. And number 4, content creation. I want to take you through the live process of it. Oftentimes when you see videos like this, is very much theoretical. This is what you should do. But how about we get on the phone with people so that we can actually see how this is done. Let's call a few clients right now and touch bases on business. All right, so let's do that.
Hello.
Hi there, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
I'm good, that's good, that's good. This is Matt Sweeting here, your agent for life. How you been?
Hey, oh my goodness. How are you doing?
I've been good, man, I've been good. You've been, my phone just died. You don't feel rested? Okay. Right. Yeah.
Right. Hmm. Right. Rested. I'm actually doing things, so, I'm doing a lot of things.
Good.
Yeah. So,
Right. Yeah. No, I totally understand that. You mean the bank requires you to have life, right? Okay. I got you. You mean your partners or the vendors? The partners. Okay, I understand. Yeah. Okay. All right, all the best. Talk soon. Yeah. I'm gonna call one of my agents, who has a big deal, is an agent from our office. And again, I'm the managing broker at our firm. And so I need to not only be in touch with my deals, but I need to stay in touch with my agents' deals as well. This one you'll be able to hear. Hey, what's going on, brother? Good. You got a minute to talk? Good. Listen, I wanted to touch bases. I was just going on our list and trying to touch bases with some of the agents and see how some of our transactions are looking. So I know you're working on that big deal, and I wanted to touch bases and see, has there been any movement in that? Is it looking shaky now? How is this affected that, if at all?
It hasn't actually. The only delay was getting the quantity surveillance report, but believe it or not, you just called me a couple minutes ago. You may come and drop that off to me. So I can email it to the client.
Okay.
The communication, he sent me an initial copy by email that wasn't signed, of course, but I just wanted to let them have it so he could see that it was done. So he's bringing me the signed copy actually right now. So you go ahead and scan up to the buyer.
And
Everything is being progressive.
and have you spoken with the seller? What is their the buyer? What is their take?
Yeah, that's who I'm actually been in communication with. I sent them, I emailed them the initial report. He reviewed it. He said everything is good. We just still want to get the signed copy and the
Okay.
Okay. All right, man. Thank you.
Appreciate it, brother. Talk soon.
Okay. All right.
Let's talk to another client who's looking to purchase property. All right, so he's looking to buy a lot from me, and this is an interesting transaction because this client came through another agent, and obviously I'll respect the co-broker arrangement here, but the client is saying that his agent is being non-responsive, is not being very proactive to make this happen. So long story short is him and I are communicating one-on-one to move this transaction forward, but obviously the agent is protected in there. But this often happens where you have to do the other agent's part of the transaction. So let me get him on the line. I was calling him from my phone. Got the company phone here as well. So you could hear how this goes. Hey. Hello. Hello. It's all good, man. This Max Weeding here, the real estate agent.
Hey, what you saying, Mark?
Right here, big bro. How about you?
We going to I ain't gonna believe it.
Good. Listen, how's things for you on the funeral front? Is things shut down or you working? What's the story?
I weekend people die every day.
Yeah. I hear you, brother. So I wanted to touch bases and see if your attorney had been in touch with you at all.
I told him, he told me that when he get in all this stuff, when he get on the office, he said he's going to deal with it. I don't know when he's going to get on the office.
Yeah, I mean, is he not able to do some of this stuff at home? I mean, at this point, really all he's doing is reading over the agreement that was sent to him via email.
I would assume so.
Yeah. Maybe I'll call him on his cell and see what could happen.
Yeah, please let him keep me updated.
All right, we'll do.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
So let me call the attorney now, who I've done a number of transactions with, and see what's good.
The number you have dialed is not in service at this time. Please hang up.
So I do not have an updated contact for this person. Okay, nothing there. Recently, I took on a listing for $3 million. I'll put the picture up now. And, you know, I didn't have a lot of confidence in this listing. Matter of fact, I have never seen this property myself. I've only been to Cat Island once with another listing, luxury listing that we're working with there. And I didn't have the utmost confidence in it. Matter of fact, the research we had done, and we often do this, call a comparative market analysis, determining what a property might sell for if we put it on the market today. Determined that this property we may have been slightly overpriced, just based on while the property has value because it's, you know, hundreds of feet on the beach. The activity there is a considerable contributor to a property's current market value. So very interestingly, less than a month after it was listed, I had an inquiry. Someone who's very interested, willing to do, this is unorthodox, willing to do the title search prior to going to contract. So again, very unorthodox for our side as well. We provided them with information to get a title search done prior to even a deposit. Let me call this agent now on the other side and see if there's been any movement at all relative to this transaction. And again, everything's topsy-turvy now just because of what's going on, but let's see what she has to say.
Hello, speaking.
Hey, how are you?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine as well. This is Matt Sweeting here of Double Wong Realty. You got a minute we could chat?
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
Yeah. That was a quick answer. Did you have you must have had your phone in your hand there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was using my phone.
Yeah. So how have you been?
I'm good. We're making it. How are you?
I'm pretty good as well. Same here. We're trying to adjust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is what it
It is what it is. So I wanted to touch bases and see if there's been any conversation, any correspondence, any communication at all about our deal together.
There definitely has still, like, it's there. I spoke with the attorney like a couple of days ago. To be, must have been, like, I guess last week. Now, they're still interested, but because the courts are closed and they're trying to get those documents, they can't. They're kind of stuck at the moment.
Right,
So,
right.
there's not much that we can do. They don't want to go ahead and make an offer until everything's been reviewed.
I understand.
Not much I can do.
Yep, no, I get it. I get it. And I'm
They're
one.
still very interested.
Right. Well, and have you engaged them since the lockdowns?
I spoke with the lawyer directly. I haven't spoken with the client since the very, very beginning.
Okay.
And she's asked that we just speak directly to the lawyer.
Yep.
No, I respect that. Okay. Well, I don't know if if there's anything that additional information we might be able to provide. Obviously, we know where they are. They want to have some clarity about ownership, have some clarity about title prior to moving forward, which is understandable. But if there's any additional documentation that we could provide, I might suggest you reach out to them, maybe communicate via email, and find out if there's anything additional on our side that we might be able to provide to help them with their processes.
Yeah, because maybe you have the documents that they're asking for.
Maybe.
Okay, yeah, that's a great idea. I'll reach out to them and I'll get back to you.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay, thanks, Matt.
All right.
Take care.
Talk
Bye.
soon.
There are two of my agents I need to reach out to. Hey, what's going on, brother?
Everything good?
Good. You got a minute to talk? Sound like you on the road, man.
Great, man.
Yeah. Listen, I wanted to touch bases about the transaction you're doing with Davis & Co.
Yeah, I actually was about to message you about that. I just saw a message from the lawyer.
Okay. So talk to me then. Let me know. Do you have any update based on what he was asking?
Well, he just sent a message indicating that he had sent something to the lawyer, and the lawyer never responded to indicate whatever, because only his signature appeared on the document that was sent, right?
Right.
So he was asking the lawyer what does he want him to do, because the additional time would have already expired. So he just haven't copied me in that. So I was going to message you to find out what course of action I should take. Whether we should just wait to hear back from the lawyer or consult the client, because as far as the client is concerned, when we contacted them, they said that they gave permission for the lawyer to proceed with whatever, and then after the end of that time, the person would have lost the deposit. So I guess they would still be at that same view. So I just wanted to find out from you, how do I approach it?
And again, we represent the vendor in this transaction, right?
Right.
Who represents the purchaser?
Sunny and...
Yeah, have you spoken with either of them to touch bases and see if there's been any forward movement at all?
No, I have not.
Yeah, I might suggest that as a first step. And please.
Actually, I did send a message to which he never responded. Let me correct that.
Okay.
I did send a message to him several weeks ago, but he never responded to my message.
Yeah, reach out to his assistant then, and ask her if
Do you have a contact? Because I don't have a contact.
I do.
When I got my new phone, it never, my number didn't transfer over.
I do. I'll send it now for you.
Please.
But let's see if we could get immediate communication to their client, to her, so that they could communicate to their clients that it's not looking good for them.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And have you spoken with your client? What is their temperament at the moment? What are they saying?
I didn't speak with them since in this respect.
Okay.
Because he's the guy, he's a friend of mine. He's one of my martial arts instructors, actually.
I understand. Okay.
So he be in the chat group, so he would have reached out to me from time to time, but the last time that me and him spoke on the property was when he gave me the go ahead for the lawyer to do whatever needed to be done.
I got you. Okay. And how you doing otherwise, brother?
I sleep for 2 nights straight.
Yeah? Why? When you say that, you mean as in you did not get up, or? Wow, that's interesting. You've been keeping late hours, or what?
I would sleep during the day, get up, it's still be day. I feel like I'd be sleeping for 3 or 4 hours at a time, or 7 8 hours at a time.
Right.
And then you wake up, you go back to sleep, and you wake up, it's still the same day.
Yeah,
And you all hours of the night.
Yes.
You know, trying to find things to do in the middle of the night, keep me occupied.
Right.
You know, but for last night and the night before, 2 nights straight, I slept straight through the night.
Yeah, I got you.
So that's impressive to me, that's unbelievable.
All right, my brother. Okay. Well, you keep safe and let's stay productive.
Alright, so I guess I'll use him to salary to the right now.
All right. Sounds good.
Okay.
You want to review or create your website. Do you have a website, right? You need to, again, what this pandemic has done for the globe is really caused you to review what you are doing to generate income, right? And I don't, and a number of people don't either. We don't have 6 months of income stored up in the bank waiting for a tragedy, right? And so this has really made it clear to us how precarious of a life that we are really living, right? If you don't have money ready for a disaster to happen, then you aren't ready. Let's look at our website. Let's look at your website. Let's see where we are. All right. So my website is aflbrand.com. Money. Now that this is loaded, you see what I'm doing here is I want to get back into blogging, get back into communication, and so this blog and video was an element of me doing that. I need to become an authority. I need to be, and this is kind of touching bases on one of the steps we have here about industry mediation and content creation. And I guess we can handle all of these together and collaboratively since we're looking at it. But the question is, when I land on your website, if you have one, and if you don't have one, what you want to do is go to a company called Weebly.com. There are a number of companies that do this, Weebly.com or Wix.com, and both of these companies offer website design at free or minimal expenses. You want to create a platform, and again, you don't have to make it elaborate. You want to create, it could be a one-page website where you can communicate your professionalism to people. When I type in yourname.com, do you come up first, right? Are you an authority in the minds of people in your sphere of influence? And as you continue to grow that sphere of influence, are you the authority in their mind? We can reason that every person may be connected with, if not directly, indirectly, with multiple agents. And the question is, if I know 3 people that are in real estate, where are you in that range, in that range of business? Here's the website. Here's my website. And again, you want to look and see, how am I communicating authority, an authoritative message in your industry right now? And your website should do that. So if you don't have a website now, if you do have a website, let's touch it up, let's update it, let's update your bio. When I updated mine, I was still a newlywed, but I'm going into my 2nd year of marriage. I think that disqualifies me from newlywed. And so some of those things needed to be adjusted, right? I got back into blogging again, where I have blogs or content about what's happening in the market and so forth. So let's use this opportunity to talk about that. Before we do, I want to take you to Facebook right quick, which has the largest audience of people, right? And again, each person needs to determine for themselves, where am I going to put my social focus? Where am I going to put energy and attention into communicating with the world that I'm an authority in this industry, right? And again, you authority oftentimes mean the person that speaks the loudest and communicates most frequently what their particular story is. And so again, let's cover these 3 as we intend to wrap this shortly. Let's cover these 3 segments. The 3 segments are update social, industry mediation, content creation, and review or create website. right? So we talked about websites very, very briefly. We talked about updating your social, but let's talk about these last two, industry mediation and content creation. So your goal is to be the communicator, the mediator between, you think about when we listen into, if you're watching this from abroad, people are watching US news, CNN and Fox and MSNBC to have reporters communicate to them what's going on from a medical standpoint, what's going on from an economic standpoint, and how that affects them personally. You as a real estate agent need to communicate your message to people that follow you. What is going on in the market right now, and how will it affect me? After you've and again, I'll tell you the way I did this. We contributed to an article in the Guardian a couple weeks ago, and I wonder if I could pull it up very, very quickly so that you can see this in real time. And so the reporter wanted us to answer, how will COVID affect the economy? And so my broker and I collaboratively came up with these thoughts about what it would do to owners, what it would do to buyers, what it would do to renters, what it would do to real estate agents. And we communicated those thoughts to the reporter for that article. But this article now, or this content now, could be used to produce a video, now could be used to produce a blog, now could be used to produce what's called micro content for promotion on social media and the like. And I'll do separate videos on how you can do that. But again, as real estate agents, we need to be the communicators between what's happening and how that affects the people that we serve in our industry. So you want to be the mediator, but now you need to find a way to communicate that. And so if you look at an MSNBC, they produce their content in written form via news articles. They produce their content in social media posts. They produce their content in videos that we watch online. And so you need to figure out what is the best way for you to communicate your message to the public so that you could become an authority in the market, or seem as an authority in the market. And again, this does not mean that you need to have the answer. It means that you need to be the connection to the answers, right? We see these reporters go to these these press releases or press conferences, and they don't have the answers. They're getting the answers, and they're essentially being mediators for us, Joe Public. And so again, the message for you is to stay productive in this time, stay active, stay communicating. And I wanted to show you practically how to do this as opposed to theoretically. A number of agents have theoretically talked about it locally and internationally, talked about what you can do in this market, but I wanted to show you what you should do in this market. And again, this is very subjective based on my opinion, but I hope this information helps. I'll see you on the next one.